All right. So I can see the recording is turned on. So good morning and welcome to the University of Economics in Katowice. My name is Justyna Matysiewicz and I'm a Dean of the School of Undergraduate and Graduate Studies. It's really both an honor and privilege to meet you today and to welcome you to our academic community. If you are anything like I was when I started my studies, you are sitting there feeling a million different emotions and asking yourself a million different questions. Did I make a right choice, or is it worth the sacrifice I have made to get there? In fact, I can assure each and every one of you that you deserve it and you are in the right place. So very, very, very warm welcome to all of you. Make the best of your experience at the University of Economics. Share your knowledge and skills. Don't keep them to yourself. Challenge yourself and your peers on a daily basis. Embrace one another passions for education, communities, and practices. Absorb everything. Good luck. So please remember that you are very, very welcome at our university. But now I would like to give the floor to our Vice Rector, Professor Sławomir Smyczek, who would like to welcome you on behalf of university authorities. Professor, the floor is yours.
All right, thank you very much. Good morning, everyone, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of entire academic community of the University of Economics in Katowice, I would like to very warmly welcome you at the oldest business university in Silesia, with rich tradition and extensive experience in education and delivering the best stuff for the Polish and international business. University of Economics in Katowice this year begins 85th year of the activity. So we will celebrate anniversary for our university, and you, dear students, you start great intellectual adventure that opens up wide opportunities for development of your knowledge and your talents. Probably you remember until recently that you fight for the good results on your high school diploma to get into your dream study major of our university. And I would like to ensure that you have made very best choice, and I am glad that this important chapter of your life will be related to the modern business university, University of Economics in Katowice. But please remember that study period is not only the acquisition of your knowledge and skills needed for the future profession, but it's also the time for shaping your own views and interests. So that's why our university prepare for you additional offer that you can take in consideration during your study. So be active, visit our website, use our social media to find out the most interesting additional offer for your study. As you know, the contemporary business is always without borders. So even if you are running the small business in the small village somewhere in the world, you need to take in consideration that all these international factors influencing your business decision. So we would like to prepare our students to be active player on the international market. That's why we offer you a wide range of the exchange programs, scholarships. Among all, we can deliver you the Erasmus scholarship, the CIPUS, or we have bilateral agreements between different universities all over the world, and you can partly study during being the students of our university abroad. And of course, the business university means that business is very practical. So we offer you also very attractive internships and the scholars for the internship in Poland and abroad. To be more practical, I would like to recommend you to start cooperation with the different students' organization. We have around 15 of such a students' organization and over 40 students' research clubs. Almost every single study major, they have own research club when the students can work on the project for the business. Thanks to this, you can get experience and your CV will be much more attractive for your future employer. Also, I would like to recommend you, of course, everything depends on the pandemic situation on the market. However, I would like to recommend you to follow the open lectures, or sometimes we call it rector's lectures or dean lectures. We invite to our university outstanding representative of the business and science, also the politicians as well as the representative of the art or sport. From Poland and from abroad, and they are sharing with you their experience and showing the road to the career. I would like to also recommend you to be involved in volunteering at our university. Thanks to fantastic students we have every year at our university, we are able to deliver a special offer, or we call it the University for the Children or for the teenagers, as well for the seniors. And thanks to your involvement in the volunteering activity, we are preparing such a study for the very young and quite elderly students. And those who has vocal or dance talents, we can recommend you to be part of our folk dance group Salesian, and also the choir of the University of Economics in Katowice. They are promoting our university globally, and also you can develop your talents. And those who are enthusiasts of the physical activities, we can recommend our sports section, in which the teams of our university wins championship and medals every single year. So this additional offer is very attractive for every single student, and I can recommend you to be the part of it. Dear students, today you become the students of our university. Wherever you are, and in any situation you will be, you need to remember that you are co-creator of the university brand by becoming our ambassador and representing university around the world. Dear all, I believe that our university will become for you the place for the inspiration and multidimensional development. We will make every effort to ensure that you feel at your best here. And you can proudly speak of the University of Economics in Katowice, my university. So welcome all of you at our university, welcome on board, and I cross the fingers for your success and wish you all the best. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Rector, for that kind words. Before we are going to move to the next point, I would still like to emphasize about your cameras and microphones. Please don't turn it on during the whole presentation, please. All right. Important part of admission process is the student's vote. The university is very proud of its values. This is the point, actually, very important when you really can call yourself as a student. I will read it, the University of Economics in Katowice oath, and you will be asked to sign it in the day when you arrive at the university. The oath is, I solemnly pledge to dedicate myself to pursuit of knowledge and personal development, treat the university authorities and all members of the university community with respect, adhere to academic regulations and traditions, and act in such a manner as to uphold the dignity and honor of the student of the university in economics. So please remember about those 3 points and read it again quietly when you will be asked to sign this pledge. Now I would like to ask one of our vice deans, Dr. Krystyna Mitrenka-Niestroy, to give you some more information about the overall organization and study regulations. which is, I think, very important.
So thank you very much, Mrs. Dean. I have a short presentation concerning the most important issues. So academic regulations, why they are important? They are important because they can help you during your studies. So I will tell you today a little about rights and duties of students, something about ECTS points, learning outcomes, grades, and exam session. So only the most chosen problems. So academic regulations, they determine, first of all, organization of studies at our university and rights and duties of students. So something which is absolutely crucial. So I would like you to read carefully the academic regulations which are available on our internet site. So please, this is very important to read the regulations before you start studies and also during your studies, because you can find there many important answers for many important questions. So please, please do this. So now a little about your rights and a little about your duties. So I think that the most important right you have is to gain knowledge. That's very important. You can also develop your interest. You can also study at another university. What is very, very important, we are looking for your opinions. So you can express your opinions on lectures, classes, on teachers. So remember, that's very, very important. You can join student organizations. You can get awards, you can get scholarship, support, leave of absence. So you see, the rights are very, very interesting. I've mentioned about scholarships and financial support. So if you study at our university, here you have the most important kind of support. So if you are in very bad, unfavorable financial situation, you can get need-based scholarship. If you are disabled, you can look for disability scholarship. If you have outstanding achievements, you can get rector scholarship. And if something really difficult happen in your life, you can get emergency financial aid. And of course, we have internet site in English. You can look for detailed information. And if you will need the leave of absence because of your personal problems or because your health problems, you can also ask the dean for such a resolution. So what are the duties? Of course, as the dean said, you should act according to the words of the student's oath. Of course, you should perform all the duties which are specified in our regulations. So please read them carefully. And of course, your duty is to attend classes, is to attend seminars, language classes. So that's very important duty of each student. So as I mentioned about attendance, so very important is to ask your teacher, or really the teacher of each subject should tell you about the duty of attendance, about the, any exemptions from attendance. So during the first class, the teacher should say you this issues. So remember about this. I also mentioned about lectures, classes, laboratories, seminars. So if you are a fresh student, it could be something new for you. So there are different possibilities. So as you have here we have the subjects from international business. So you can have only lectures, you can have only classes, you can have both lectures and classes. So you will used to it. Of course, so we assume that during classes you should be more active, but believe me, during our English programs also lectures are very active and you should be engaged. Okay, so what are the other things worth knowing? So academic year, it is divided into semesters. Semester is basic crediting period for your achievements. At the end of each semester, we have the exam session and teaching class session, and you will learn about the examination schedule on our internet site. So please take care what's happening on our internet site before the exam session. And already you can find the academic calendar on our internet site. So once again, our internet site, you can find information there. So final grades and something which could be new for you, so ETS points. So of course, when you pass classes, when you pass your lectures, you will get, I think, positive final grades. And you will find the final grades in our virtual university. So that's quite obvious. But ECTS points, so European Credit Transfer and Accumulation System points, is something special for European universities. So we can say that these ECTS points are some kind of education currency which measure your workload. So this is very, very important because every subject has its own ECTS points. So what is workload? Of course, workload is the time you have to spend to complete all your learning activities. So during lectures, during classes, during seminars, and also the time you spend for individual study. Yeah? So we have two areas here. So let's have a look at this example. If you have a subject, business statistics, and this subject has 5 ECTS points, and we have 28 hours of classes and 28 hours of lectures. So we have together 56 hours of learning activities. So the first point, yeah, the first area. And we know that the subject is equal to 5 ECTS points. So if we multiply by 25 hours, we have 125 hours in total. So we must very easily, we will know how much you have to spend for your individual study. So that's ECTS points are telling us how much you have to work, how much time you have to spend at school and at home studying for this subject. So we can say that ECTS point is an education coin. So it's something what you have in games, computer games, that you have to earn coins or tokens, which allowed you to go to the next level. So here we have our ECTS points. Of course, the next level at university is next year of studies. So if we have undergraduate studies, you have to gain 180 ECTS. And if we have graduate studies, you have 120 ECTS. So you see that each semester is equal to 30 ECTS points. Yes, and if you will manage to gain this number of points, the game is over. You have success. You are our graduate. So every subject has these ECTS points. You will be awarded these points only when you pass the subject. So if you will be awarded a positive final grade, and you see that every semester 30 ECTS points. So all what is important for you about the given subject, you should find in course description card, so our syllabus. And teacher should tell you and show you the syllabus during the first meeting. So please remember about that. What you can find in the syllabus. So as I told you, the most important things. So course objectives, content, learning outcomes, there are methods of verification. So if you have to write the test or prepare the project or write an essay, presentation, so everything will be there. So it's really important to know what is in syllabus, so what you should do to pass and what you will learn. And also remember that grading scale here in Katowice is from 5 to 2, so from A to F. And now about exam session. So something really, really important for you, I think. So every student has 2 attempts. So first attempt to pass the subject and the second attempt to pass the subject. So first attempt is during so-called regular exam session. So it will be at the end of January, the beginning of February. And we have the second term. So if you won't manage to pass your subject here, you have the second attempt and you can take the retake. So you see, it's quite optimistic. And what is very important, what you should remember, that if you have a subject when there are classes and there are lectures, you have to pass classes and then you are allowed to pass the exam. So remember, if there are classes and lectures, you should pass classes and then you can try to pass the exam. So if you fail during the first term, remember you have the right to retake the subject. And what if you fail during the second term? I hope not, but if, let's assume. So if you fail during the second term, you have the right to take the so-called retake mode, starting from the next examination period. So it also, as you see, it sounds quite optimistic, but not for the students of the first year of undergraduate studies. I will show you something in a minute. So remember, and of course, something like this could happen that you won't come during the first term. So something will happen with you. And there could be unexcused failure to enter the test or exam, or unexcused or excused. So for instance, if you will be ill, you will write to our dean and ask for giving you the replacement attend because you were ill. So remember about this possibility and please read our academic regulation. So now two very, very important things, especially for the students of the first year of undergraduate studies. So you remember ECTS points, our coin you have to gather to go further, yes, to go to the next level. So if the given semester, as the student fails to gain the minimum of points, but you will lack no more than 12, you can take the retake mode, yes? So remember, that's our magic number of points, yes? So you must remember, if you lack no more 12, our coins, our tokens, so you can take the retake mode. Of course, you write application and ask for retake. But now this very, very important thing. If at the close of the first semester or the second semester, you lack more than 12 points, sorry, the dean will have to do a very sad thing. So we'll have to remove you from the students register. So remember, until March, 20th of March next year, minimum number of ECTS points is 18, and at the end of the first year, 48 ECTS points. So that's very, very important. Please remember about this. And well, please read our regulations. And let's think about the future. So I hope that you will have luck and you will be a perfect student. So let's think about future. When you complete the studies, what you have to do to complete the studies. Of course, you have to achieve all the learning outcomes. Of course, you have to gain all our ECTS points. Of course, you have to write the diploma, thesis, and receive positive assessments. And of course, you have to take your diploma examination. So that's how your future in very short perspective looks like. So if you have any problems, any doubts, something is bothering you, the dean office is for you. Additionally, our dean, additionally, vice deans responsible for our English programs. So it's me, it's also my friends, Anna Kuzior, who is responsible for undergraduate studies, Mirosława Malinowska, responsible for graduate studies. So remember, you can write us emails, you can come during our office hours. We are for you. Please remember about. So as our rector said, Welcome on board. Have an inspiring, successful journey. And remember, the education is a journey which expands as you travel. So all the best for you and good luck. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for that full of emotion, but also full of information presentation. I'm sure that you have a lot of questions. Please remember that during our presentation today, we have undergraduate and graduate students, different programs. So you will have a separate meetings to discuss very precisely the conditions and organizational issues which are connected with your particular study program. So don't worry, you will be provided with more information, which are more specific, as I mentioned, for your study program, especially I think about international business, about Mercury arena, and so on. All right, now there is a time to learn about languages. Languages are a very important part of our study programs. Some study programs have like really significant number of hours. If you look at the international business program, for instance, we have the head of our language center, Dr. Jolanta Łącka-Badura, and she will explain you everything, right? How the, let's say, languages works. It's a bit of challenge because different study programs have different requirements. But I can also repeat what was already said. If you have any questions, you can contact the Language Center directly. And pay attention if some specific information about languages are added because of your study program. So we can invite Jolanta right now for the presentation. Pani Doctor.
Thank you very much. I appreciate being invited to speak at today's meeting and address the new members of our academic community. On behalf of the University Foreign Language Center, I would like to extend a very warm welcome to all the first year students. Before I start my short presentation, I would like to emphasize that what we perceive as our mission at the Foreign Language Center is to contribute to the development of students' employability and life skills through providing you with foreign language education focused on teaching languages for broadly understood professional, business, vocational purposes. And today I will give you a very brief overview of how the courses are organized for particular degree programs, how to enroll and how to join the virtual group. Is my presentation visible? Can you
Yes.
Can you see the slides?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know why it sort of doesn't move. Okay,
Because it's a kind of PDF, maybe.
I'm sorry.
Yolo, it was perfect. Now it is visible again.
Yeah, now it is visible again. All right. Okay. Sorry about that. Firstly, although all the language classes are going to be run entirely online in the winter semester, I want you to see where we are based. This is Building N, 7 Adamskiego Street, which is about 4 or 5 minutes drive from the main campus in Bogucicka Street. And our office is on the 3rd floor, room 310. Let's hope that the COVID-19 restrictions will be lifted and we will have a chance to interact face-to-face. You can find a lot of information on our website. If you visit the main university site, just click Students at the top and then the Foreign Language Center icon. This will take you to our website, the English language version. On the left-hand side, you can find information related to particular degree courses. Those of you who speak Polish, are highly recommended to visit the Polish language version, which provides even more details on some aspects of language education. At first sight, the way the language courses are organized at our university may look a little bit confusing because the choice of languages, the number of hours, and the way the courses are structured varies quite significantly across different degree courses. But I hope that after a while you will feel more at home about that. By the way, I'm going to upload my presentation in the afternoon or tomorrow on the website. So you can, apart from having it recorded, you can also read it on the website. I will now discuss the different degree courses, both masters and bachelors. Let me begin by the least obvious one, e-commerce. Why is it the least obvious? Because we don't really provide a language course per se for the students. It's a course in business communication involving the development of foreign language skills, English at the level C1, more or less. So you will have classes during the first and second semester, 30 hours plus 30 hours, and they are going to be run on Wednesdays this year. Finance and Accounting for Business Master's Program. For this course, you will have a Business English program at level C1, focusing on English for finance. Okay, so very professional, specialized professional English. Semesters 1 and 2, again, total number of hours 60, and the courses are going to be run on Monday. Mercury specialization. This time the choice of languages is English Advanced, German for beginners, or French for beginners, with the language of instruction being English for the beginner levels. There is an online form published on our website, which you are kindly requested to fill in until 24th of September. Your classes will be on Thursday, just one semester covering 30 lesson hours. International business. This is a very unique program in the sense that it offers 2 languages and a lot of lesson hours provided during the entire degree program of bachelor studies plus 3 semesters of master's studies. So there is a lot of language input to take advantage of. It is also unique in the sense that MA students study together with BA students. So we just focus on the languages here, no matter what competences in other subjects the students demonstrate. So the classes are organized in quite long sessions, 4 lesson hours, of course with breaks. Both languages cover 56 hours per semester, and the classes are run on Tuesdays and Thursdays. As far as Polish students are concerned, you have a wide choice of languages at various levels. And of course, at the higher levels, starting from B1 upwards, the language of instruction is the target language. But at the beginner levels, some instruction, some explanation, some support is provided also in Polish. That's why for international students who would not benefit from Polish being used as partially the language of instruction, the choice is a little bit more limited. So in the green color, you can see the classes in which the language of instruction is the target language. So in these groups, you will be together with the Polish students. You are very welcome to join them. If you want to study at the beginner level, Polish language, German language, or Chinese language, you will have groups which are especially dedicated to international students, where the teacher will use English as the contact language, the language for explanations, the language for support. In order to enroll, please visit our website. On the 22nd of September, the timetable will be available, where you will see which classes, which language, which level is scheduled for which day and which time. And on the 25th of September, the online forms will be released for you to complete. Okay, so it will look something like that. This is the last year's schedule. All right, so let's imagine that some of you choose, for example, on Tuesday you choose Spanish level A2. Okay, and you choose the other language, for example, on Thursday or on Tuesday later at 11:40. Okay, so you decide, and then on the 25th of September, there is going to be the link provided to the online form, which you are kindly requested to fill in. Just enroll in the group. Please remember that the number of people that can be placed in one group is limited. Okay, so if you see this note, the limit has been reached, choose a different course, then you will have to choose a different group. Okay, so don't wait too long if you really care for having this language at this level and not something else. The enrollment choices are final for international business students. However, students may choose a different course at the beginning of the second academic year, okay? Because the number of hours that you are provided is really very, very rich. So you have a chance to change the language after the first year. This does not apply to any other study program. Finally, finance and accounting for business, the BA level, you are going to study 2 languages for 4 semesters. Those of you who speak Polish have already been assigned to the groups together with students of finance, the Polish language programs. Okay, so here the choice of languages is quite rich again. Don't worry about the pluses, the plus symbols. These are the target levels, okay? So this A1 plus group denotes a group for beginners, students who have not learned this language. The levels provided are the target levels. Now, the international students of this program, Finance and Accounting for Business, have a more limited choice, unfortunately, because the language of instruction is a problem. So you can join Business English level B2 plus or C1 and Polish for beginners. And individual cases, all right, where you would be interested, for example, in joining a group of other language at a higher level, where the language of instruction can be the target language and it's not a problem for you, please contact us individually. Every student will receive an email concerning enrollment. Don't worry about that. Also, the students of international business will receive a reminder by email that you are supposed to enroll. The finance and accounting for business will have language classes on Tuesdays during the first year, the first semester, the second semester, and on Fridays during the second academic year. 30 languages per semester for each, 30 hours, lesson hours per semester for each of the languages studied. Another important point is that apart from students of international business and students of finance and accounting for business who can choose Polish as a foreign language, other students can also learn Polish. If you are interested, please visit our website and fill in the online form under this section referring to your particular study program, and the deadline is the 24th of September. So this is going to be an additional course in Polish for those of you who are interested. How to join the class in the Google Classroom platform. All students will receive invitations to your email address in the university domain to join the language groups. Okay, so just look out for our emails. Course rules, basic course rules. Class attendance is obligatory. Of course, if your absence is excused, this is a different story. Performance is assessed based on course content, not just on the student's general linguistic competence. So remember, we are going to develop professional skills in foreign languages. Specific requirements related to course completion are presented by each teacher at the beginning of the course. So you will receive more details from your teachers, then you will have an opportunity to ask questions and have any problems clarified. Students with disabilities, no matter what the disability is, with the disability being certified by competent authorities, are entitled to free of charge sort of catch-up language courses. Those of you who would be interested will find more information at the university website. Finally, our contact data. If you contact us, please use your email address in the university domain. This is the phone number, this is the email. On the website, you will also find the email address of the contact person who will focus on the needs of the international students, right? So this is what you see on the screen now is our general email address for the Foreign Language Center, but you will also find the contact data of a person who will focus on your special needs, international students' needs. That's all from me for today. Now let me close by wishing you all great success in your academic endeavors. Have a fruitful, a rewarding and enjoyable time at the University of Economics in Katowice, and see you in our language classes. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. The next point is connected with physical education. So some additional information about how the physical exercise sport activities are organized at our university. But it's important that those information are mainly dedicated to undergraduate students. So I would like to welcome Agnieszka Załucha to give you more precise information.
Hello, welcome to today's meeting. Do you see my presentation? It's visible for you? No?
Yes, we can see.
Yeah, it's visible.
Thank you very much. Great. So once again, welcome to today's meeting. I'm very happy to be with you today. And I would like to share with you some, oh my God, okay, it will be a better option. And I would like to share with you some general information about the physical education and sports, and what's very important, how to sign up for these classes. But first, if you need anything, if you have any question, you can find all of the lectures of physical education at the Building C. In the Building C, we also have a sports hall, we also have a swimming pool and a small sports hall, but we have a lectures room there. So if you have any question or difficulties, please contact us. Nowadays, of course, because of the COVID, the better option will be phone or email. So we prefer that's way of the contact. Against the Building C, we have a Building A. And in the Building A, we have a small sports hall for a general development like aerobic or Pilates, or we have also gym there. So that's why we can offer you activities like team sports games, like swimming, like aerobic, Pilates, or general development. Of course, we can offer you gym exercise or Nordic walking or just outside activities. But unfortunately, once again, because of the COVID, we will not be able, this year, of course, we will not be able to use the swimming pools. So while you choose the classes, you will be able to choose between building A or building C only. So when you will choose the building A, once again, it means that you want to go to the fitness, Pilates, gym, or general development. And if you choose the building C, that means that you want to go to the volleyball, handball, basketball, or football. It's your choice. Of course, we'll tell you in detail how the classes look like at the first classes. So when we'll see each other, you will find out everything. And the most important thing for today for me is how to sign up for the classes. So the first thing you will receive an email from me exactly, and the email will be entitled "Enrollment for Physical Education Classes." In the email, you can read exactly the same. Please log into the Moodle platform at the physical education classes, which take place, for example, Monday, 8 a.m. It will be your classes. And of course, you will receive your own password. This password will be really important for the next steps. So when the link will redirect you to the Moodle platform, you have to log in by your university email. It's really important that you have to log in only just your university email, not by your private email, okay? It's really important. And then for you, it will be better to choose English language. Next steps is approve TRI regulation. You have to approve this TRI regulation. And then on the right side, you have to open the project tab. Next step is open enrollment for physical education classes. Then you have to find and select the time and the day of your classes. Only your classes is interesting for you. So you have to choose your classes. But of course, if you are not sure when your group having a physical education lessons, you can press the info and then you're gonna find out everything. And the next, of course, if you choose the group, you have to enter the password you receive from me and by an email. So this is the time when you enter this your own password. And what's really important, the password will match only to your group. So if you select a wrong group, the password will not work. So you have to select your group of your physical education classes and enter your password from email, okay? And next, you have to choose the place for classes. Like I told you previously, you have an option like a building A. It's the same like a hall A. It's the same like a building, or building C. Once again, building A means Pilates, fitness, yoga, gym, general development. And building C means team sports games like a volleyball, handball, basketball, football, okay? So you have to prefer what you like to do. And then you have to save your choice. And the next important things for the first classes, you will come to Swiss Sports Hall when you signed up. So if you choose this building C for the first classes, you will come to the building C, okay? We also have activities for disabled students. So students with health problem, they come to the head of the physical education center. We, of course, adapt classes to the possibilities of your health, but the students with disabilities are also required to sign up for classes, okay? You have to sign up for classes too. And we want to activate our disabled students. So we started a Polish integration championship for disabled. So it's really important for us to activate disabled students. But on the other hand, we have a university club as a test, means academic sport association. So if you like sports, we would like to invite you professional, but unprofessional students too, to cooperate with us. So you don't have to be a highest level of sports. It's enough that you like some kind of sports. Just come to the other test classes and check for sure you'll be really welcome at these classes. And moreover, points can be obtained for a sports achievement. We are counted for a rector scholarship. So in my opinion, it's worth to be a member of the university club as it is. In our university club, we have a section like a volleyball, football, athletics or swimming, basketball, handball, badminton, table tennis, or another like rowing, tennis, chess, or weightlifting, or like a skiing, aerobic, mountain biking, or horse riding. So we have a lot of group. And I would like to present you our results. In 2021, our university took first place in Poland among 26 university social scientifics, and 20th place out of 216 university in a general classification of the Polish Academics Championship. And moreover, we have a dancing and song and dance group at the university, and we have a university choir. So students gifted in dance or music are invited to participate in a song and dance group named Silesiania. So if you are interested in, please contact with Jerzy Stasica in building B, room 020, or by an email. Finally, I would like to present you our lecture for a physical education and sports center. And an email from me in the bottom is my email. So if you have any question or any difficulties, please contact me. I will try to explain you everything. If you want to ask about sign up for the classes, please contact me. I will try and explain everything. And what's the important things, I will send an invitation for a physical education classes is this Friday. So be patient to this Friday. And I would like to ask you to sign up for these classes as soon as possible, because it's gonna be great that you're gonna be signed up before first classes. And like I told you previous, when you will sign up, for example, in building C for the first classes, you have to come to the building C, okay? Thank you very much for your attention. It's everything from me. And of course, I wish you good luck at the University of Economics in Katowice. And I hope it's gonna be a good year for everyone. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I would like to emphasize that main information about the physical classes are dedicated to our undergraduate students. So the next point is about the students with special needs. And I would like to again ask our Vice Dean to provide some information, which can be really, really important.
Thank you very much. So it's again me, but I would like to say something on behalf of my friend. So I'm not responsible for this area, but I would like to say a few words very shortly. So support for special needs students. Agnieszka already mentioned about disabled student at our university. So we can say that we are really university friendly to people with special needs. So here is our special center, support center for special needs students. And here's our rector representative for this area, Professor Gorczyńska, and also administrative staff, Anita Kamińska. So if you have any questions, please contact with these two very, very open and friendly persons. So our university supports students with disabilities, supports students and creates especially conditions for taking classes, for completing them, depending, of course, of the degree and type of disability. So when you will decide to come to our support center, you can fill in a special questionnaire. So that's why our support center could really will know what area of should be supported. So where are your weaknesses, where are your problems, and how to help you. Yeah. So if you need, you can fill in such a questionnaire visiting our center. Of course, remember that everything, the information or health information is of course confidential. So don't be afraid to come and say about your current situation. So how and where we can help you? First of all, as I've already mentioned, our centers support students, for instance, organizing participation in classes, so changing the conditions of participation classes, delivering special materials or change the form of exams, or for instance, supporting you with all the bureaucratic problems. So as you can see, many important problems could be supported by this center. So if you have any problems here, please visit my friends. And of course, I've already mentioned about material aid for students, and especially for this disabled student, we have a special disability scholarship. So if you need any additional information how to get this scholarship, please contact our support center. Additionally, we have a special organization of disabled students at our university, which brings together all students with disability, and the main aim is to integrate them, support them, and they are also organizing very interesting events, very interesting seminars. So they have in website, they have also you can visit them on Facebook. So if you want to join, please do this. Additionally, it could be very important to you because as we all know, during the pandemic, a lot of young people have problems, depressions. So if you need support, we have a psychologist, English-speaking psychologist, so you can contact her, and she will give you the support and listen to your problems. So please don't hesitate. So remember, please visit the site. Don't be afraid, don't hesitate, because these two persons I mentioned at the beginning, they are very open and really supportive. So thank you very much for your attention once again. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Just have in mind, in case of something, you can always contact that office to get the support. I would like to ask to turn off the cameras, please. Can I ask? Adaptation, I'm not sure if I pronounce your name properly. Could you turn off the camera, please? It's very important. It's about the personal data protection. Thank you. Thank you very much. Students, you can see Justina Dołek. She's very important. Please turn off the camera. I'm sorry. Usually I ask about something just the opposite. Usually I ask students to turn on the cameras, but due to the recording of the session, please turn off the camera. Please, can you hear me? There is one student with the camera on. Okay, so I will try to contact or to differently, but we have Justina here with us. And I started to say that it's kind of a privilege and for me to introduce the head of the all students. Can I say something like that, Justina, right? Students have a special place for us, right? It's not only the scientific organization, but the student organization itself. So Justina is the head of the student parliament, and she will give you some information about the university, but from the student perspective. Okay, so Justina, the floor is yours.
Thank you.
Can you turn off the camera, please? Obi, Michael, student Obi Michael, can you turn off the camera, please? I'm sorry.
So can you see my presentation?
Yes.
Yes, for sure.
Good morning. My name is Justina.
Awesome.
Someone have microphone? Oh, okay. Good morning once again. My name is Justina. I'm the president of Student Parliament. On the behalf of Student Parliament, I would like to welcome you at our university. Today I'm coming to you to tell you something about student activities we have at our university. But maybe let's start with what the Student Parliament is. It is formed by all the university students. Its members are elected each year in a direct vote by secret ballot. The student government is involved in making decisions that affect students, particularly in the area of social and cultural affairs. It also expresses opinion on the university syllabus and study regulations. And now I have something that may interest you. We have a representative of the Presidium for foreign students. And his task is advising on matters related to respecting students' rights contained in the Act, Statute of the University, and other legal acts. Intervention in the event of violation of student rights, and supporting students in personal matters related to studying and to the university. If you have any problem with getting things done in the dean's office, or you would like to get support in a problematic situation related to the university, the representative will do his best to answer every question that bothers you. So you can contact him. Here you have email address. If you find him on Facebook, you can also contact him on Facebook. Is it Filip Szymczyk? Okay, so what we do? We represent the interest of students, we protect student rights, and also we organize projects for all students. And here I have some examples of the projects we are organizing. World Entrepreneurship Week. It is a project that promotes conscious development on active attitude towards life and taking business initiatives. Juvenalie Śląskie, a fest for all students held every year in May. And also Adaptation, an integration and training camp for people starting their adventure with the University of Economics in Katowice. Now I want to tell you something about student organization we have at our university. Academic Sports Association. You heard about this a few minutes before. This is the University Sports Club. Its objective is to promote sports and activity lifestyle among university staff and students, particularly in basketball, football, handball, volleyball, athletics, swimming, skiing, table tennis, judo, and bodybuilding. The association is also responsible for organizing the university championships. Next, we have ISEC. ISEC, the International Association of Students of Economic Science and Commerce. The scope of ISEC's activities comprises two areas. The International Student Training Exchange Program provides the best students with the opportunity for completing 6 to 78-week work placements in foreign companies. As a result, the students can gain work experience and get acquainted with the country's culture.
Additionally, the global thematic programs enable the students to participate in dozens of local and international training seminars in the field of economics, management, democracy, and international integration. ISEC also prepares career days for students and graduates, frequently company presentation, and a day with ISEC, the Katowice Commit organizes the Intertrade Annual Seminar. Next, we have Students Forum Business Center Club, and this is the largest Polish organization of private enterprise. Cooperation with the forum gives students the opportunity to overcome psychological barriers, shape entrepreneurial attitudes, and particular skills essential in every entrepreneur's career. The work and effort of the BCC Forum are directed to encouraging young people to take up the risk of starting their own business. The Independent Students Association, NZS, its organization objective is to meet the needs of all university students. Its members organize frequently meetings with representatives of the Polish political scene. The Organization of Disabled Students of the University of Economics in Katowice brings together students with a disability certificate. The main reason for establishing this organization is the integration of people with disabilities at the university and assistance in solving education problems. And the last one, PanEuropa. This is a students' organization of the University of Economics in Katowice. PanEuropa creates opportunities for students to develop their passions and to get to know the world of business science in the first year of studies. Their actions are based on 4 values: openness, development, team, and positive energy. Here you have our social media. We have Facebook, Instagram, and also a website. And I invite you to follow our social media because we are publishing a very useful information. So thank you very much for your attention, and I wish you good luck at our university.
Thank you, Justyna, for that. I'm sure the students will appreciate it to have some kind of voice. So if they feel they want to contact the other students to get advice about the particular situation, it's nice to have some kind of support from other students. So please remember, in case of something, you can always contact the student organization like Parliament or the others if you are more interested in physical but scientific development also. Okay, as mentioned before, we had some particular a bit unusual clubs for students and organization, and we would like to dedicate a few minutes right now to our Silesianie. We are quite proud of the group that still is active, very famous, like popular abroad, travels, and keeps some kind of traditions alive. So if you feel that it's the music inside you and your body is ready to dance, please think about it, because it can be a really interesting adventure, right? Am I right?
Yes, definitely. Okay, hello everyone. I'm very happy to be here with you, and thank you for having me today. My name is Kinga Stolarczyk, and I represent Song and Dance Ensemble Silesianie at the University of Economics in Katowice, and I would like to tell you a few words, just a few words about us, about what we are doing, maybe encourage you to take part in our classes and travel the world with us and have some fun. Okay, so I will try to share with you a very short presentation. Presentations. These are just pictures. Give me a moment. Something is not working. Okay, I will try it this way. Okay. Is it visible for you guys? Just let me know something.
Yes, it is.
Can you
Yes,
see
you
it?
can say it. Yes.
Yes, great. So I will just, to make it quicker, and I will make it bigger for you guys so you can see everything. Yeah, so a few words about us. Next year, the ensemble will celebrate its 45th anniversary. So this is quite an old ensemble, I would say. And since in its creation, we've been participating in festivals, concerts all over the world. And we gave around 800 concerts honoring the most important and prestigious events. We took part in 80 festivals worldwide, and like something that is definitely worth mentioning is that the ensemble had a special visit in Vatican City. We had a private audience with our Pope, Holy Father John Paul II. We also were at Expo Shanghai in 2010, and in Korea during the World Football Championships in 2002. So these are just those three that I wanted to mention today. Here you can see a photograph of us, because we consist not only of dance and singing groups, like a choir, I would describe it, but also musicians. And this photograph was taken during our last performance in Pałac Młodzieży in 2020. Below, I will just share with you some pictures to show that we have in our we represent a broad range of national and regional dances, and you can see below some costumes. So here I will give you names. Probably you won't recognize them, but still I want you to remember maybe something. This is Pszczyna. This is Cieszyn. Here below, a very like energetic dance from the mountains, Beskid Śląski. Here, Rzeszów. Here we've got Opoczno, and this is me with the youngest group. And here, Lublin. Our ensemble also takes part in many charity events. Here you've got two pictures from a very special place. It's a Cordially hospice in Katowice. We have annual, I would say, shows there for the patients and their families, and it is always a very special and intimate time for us that we spend there with those people. Okay, so as you can see, not many participants, but still a very special event for us always. In addition, we also organize national and regional competitions. We had, just let me take a look at my notes, 10 editions of Silesian dances, which you can see on the right-hand side, and 6 editions of a competition, like a national dances competition here on the left. So here, if you are interested in like more professional dancing, you can still do it in our group in Silesianie. We have like additional classes to prepare for the competitions. And what is worth mentioning as well is that we don't perform in our like folklore costumes. We perform in elegant dresses and those very formal outfits. So more like ballroom dancing competition it is, okay? So maybe someone will be interested. When it comes to our cooperation with the university, we co-organize a scientific conference, Business in Culture, Culture in Business. We had 7 editions, and this year's edition is scheduled for the 4th of November. So again, something different. You can dance, you can sing, and you can have a very scientific input here in our ensemble. Just below a few things that we are doing, like right now we are working on like I would call it encyclopedia of Silesian dances. So this is what we were doing. You can see it like on your left side. We were working during holidays and preparing some stuff for you. You can find us on Facebook and Instagram. You can follow us. You can see some more pictures, what we're doing. And yeah, we enjoy like the time we spend together all the time. Here again, some pictures from the places, like recent ones, because I don't want to show you everything. So here you can see, like before the pandemic started, the ensemble was present on 3 festivals. We were in Turkey, we were in Czech Republic, and in Chile. And here below, you've got pictures from a year before, I believe it was France and Mexico. So all around the world, and something about the people that we meet, those friendships made during festivals stay with us forever. Something that like Silesiani is very famous for is the fact that when you attend classes with us, you meet people not only from your major, so not only from your year, but older people, sometimes younger people. Through them, you get to know the university, you get to know the subjects that are taught at the university. And sometimes like we've got marriages between the members of our ensemble, so very close relationships that we have here. What we offer, except for dancing, singing, being together, traveling the world, we like have a guaranteed credit for PE course. So just for attending the classes like regularly, you get a credit for PE. This is worth mentioning. If you take part in those national and regional competitions, I mean those dancing ones that I showed you, you can apply for a scholarship as well. So this is like something important to mention. If you want to join us, if you are interested, if you like dancing, our first meeting will be held on the 7th of October at 5:30 at the university gym. Probably you know the place. If you have any more questions, inquiries, you can contact us via email or through Facebook or Instagram. We will try to answer all the questions that you may have. And the first training camp will be organized in November. We have the place. It will be the headquarters of Song and Dance Ensemble Śląsk, very famous one. Probably you've heard about it, and it will be from the 11th to 14th November 2021. Okay, and I think that's it from my side. If you're interested, if you want to, if you are willing, if you have this, like, if you're drawn to dancing and you have sense of rhythm, please contact us, join us, and let's start our adventure together. Thank you so much for your attention. Stay healthy and stay safe, because we've got crazy times right now, and hope to see you at the gym. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. It was, yeah, very tempting, I think, the presentation.
I want it to be like very fast, not too long.
Oh, yeah.
But still, I hope that maybe at least 5 people will be interested. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you very much. So to conclude this part, I want to emphasize that it's just the first, let's say, package of information you got about the organization of your studies, of your languages, physical education, your rights and support, which is organized at the Each study program has its own head of the program, and they will be in contact with you, probably organizing more detailed meetings. So during that time, you will be able to ask questions about the studies, the program, the content. Please remember that the Dean's office is also open for you, so you can contact with the ladies who are dedicated to student services. You can find all information on our website. So in case of something, just send the emails to particular people who are today with us. If you feel like you need something more, or you really want to engage in proposed activities. And as you know, as was mentioned a few times, that we are still in the period when we suffer because of pandemic, and the education process is quite challenging. We're trying to adopt, but last month, over the year, we had to teach online, and I think we are missing really strongly this personal interaction and being together as a community. So this semester we have kind of the, I would say, hybrid teaching. So part of the classes will be conducted online, the other face-to-face. But still, you need to be familiar with all tools which are provided to you, not to miss the classes, not to miss the assignments, because it's quite important. The first meetings, please remember, with your teachers will you need to clarify, they will clarify all expectations and the roles, assignments. So it's really important to know this technical aspects. I mean, the platform that we use for teaching. So you can log in, you can use it, you can publish your answers or your reports. So this part is dedicated a bit to show you how to use Google Classroom and Meet, which are the basic tools which are used by our university to support the all educational activities. What is important, soon you will be able to get your personal email, and it will be probably said in the meeting, you need to use your emails, not personal emails, not the emails that you use during the admission process. For any kind of situation with the university, please use the university email addresses. For us, it's a kind of ID. If you send a request, some kind of, you apply for something, or you want to join the classes, that email is kind of password. It gives you the access to be part of the community. You cannot use other emails because we need to also protect your data. We need to protect the classes from being some kind of approach by different people. So have it in mind. Without this email address, you will be a little bit lost. So have in mind that it's one of the priority lists to follow all information you're going to get according to that process of activation. And so is it like possible? Is with us our Dean, Tomasz Zieliński, yes, who is like, I can see ready with the headphones, and it will be kind of the presentation, right? Short description of the tools, Google Classroom and the Meet, to help students to understand it better. So the floor is yours, Tomasz.
Thank you, Mrs. Dean, for presentation. Actually, it is the last part of today's meeting. To be honest, it's going to be probably the longest part from all the presentations. So if you are a little bit tired, I think it's good time to have another cup of coffee with you or tea. I promise from my side not to engage you for longer than half an hour, but I'm afraid that is appropriate and minimum time I need to present you. Actually, referring to what Mrs. Dean said, not only to one application that is Google Classroom, but to a set of 5 or even 6 applications, which are actually a combination of tools which are going to be used, facilitated by you all together, because actually we use at our university a whole set of applications, so-called G Suite applications. That is commercial set of Google's applications. We are familiar, and we've been familiar with that applications for a long time, even before pandemic situation. So when that bad time started, actually the choice of distance learning platform was done. It's not a point to discuss whether it's the best technically solution or the worst. It proved to be very effective, and we are all very experienced. It's a good side of that. It is recorded. I'm answering the question. You can see in upper left corner the sign recording. So if you want to listen to me later on, it is possible, but I recommend to stay with me, because if you want to ask any question, it's good opportunity. Well, to start with, actually, as I said, we use a set of Google applications. All of them are not standalone applications, but all of them are web applications. As far as you perfectly know, if you want to use web application, you need to use browser, internet browser for that. So to start with, a few words about browser. Of course, you can be familiar with a lot of types of browsers. You can use Microsoft, you can use Google browser, you can use any specialized browsers. But that is the point I would like to recommend and encourage you to Google Chrome as a basic browser. Why? Of course, formally you could use any browser and run Google applications in it. But to be honest, it's only a matter of time when you meet technical problem which could surprise you and which could be difficult to explain, and the one answer, I don't know why, is that you use different browsers. So my strong recommendation, let's all start with switching to, if you are not using it for now, to Google Chrome browser. And if we come to Google Chrome, another recommendation is to personalize it at the same beginning. I will try to share with you my second screen, so it is probably the last moment you can see my face, and from now on, sorry for that, but probably you are not going to worry. With that situation, you are going to see my second screen. Let me choose my second screen. Can you confirm you can see now black screen of my computer?
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you so much. And I will open in that second screen, I will move the title page of Chrome browser. with some icons on the wallpaper. You can see the names of those icons. They refer to some basic applications we are going to use. The most fundamental is Gmail, which is, of course, the application for operating with your mails. The other is Meet. This is communication platform. We actually are using it at the moment. Classroom, which is going to be used for information interchange between students and the lecturers, Google Drive, Google Form, Calendar, and you can add some extra shortcuts for that wallpaper. Of course, it's up to you whether you organize it like that. You don't need, you can refer to those applications from different position. Actually, that position is that icon in upper right corner, Google Applications. You can see all Google applications available for you from that menu. Mind that the number of that application is quite voluminous, because as far as you use your academic account with domain edu.wecat.pl, actually, which could be not clear from the same beginning, that account, that Google account is Gmail account, is a Google account. Probably you get used to extension gmail.com, blah, 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 at gmail.com. Here you have different extension, but that is professional, commercial account serviced by Google platform. So you can service, you can operate on that account using Gmail application. But as I mentioned, we have to start with personalization of your web browser. What I mean saying personalization. If you open Chrome for the first time, it is not linked to any account. I would strongly recommend you to personalize it, switching icon in top right corner. You can see letter W in my screen, but it could be completely different letter or icon in that top. But once you press it, probably you can see some options of menu. The first question is whether you can see those options in English or in Polish. If you want to switch to English language, and probably English is going to be the basic language for all your activities, before you press that icon, press those 3 dots and select settings. I have settings already because I set already the English as my primary language. But if you haven't done it so far, and if, for instance, if you have Polish version by accidentally, you can see ustawienia here. Once you enter into ustawienia or settings, you should extend that option on the left side, which is zaawansowane or advanced. First option is languages. Yeah. And at the same top of the screen, you have option language. You can select which language is going to be for displaying the Google Chrome user interface, and that is fundamental for you, because you can set different language for interface, and for instance different language for translating pages and for other functions. You can set appropriate language just in here, and that is the activity you should start with. Okay, let's presume that you all have English version of your Chrome. So we can start with synchronizing, with personalizing your Google Chrome by linking it with your Gmail account. Okay, one thing I need to explain you, because we are going to use numerous applications. Each of them, regardless whether you talk about Gmail, Classroom, Google Drive, Meet, Forms, Calendar, and any other application, needs to be logged in with your Gmail account. If you haven't your Chrome linked to Google account, you would need to log in separately into each application. It could be confusing. It could be very confusing. It could cause some unexpected problems. So I recommend you basic and very, very useful tip or trick, as you wish. If you link your whole browser with that Google account, you won't need to log in to particular applications, because by default, opening any of them, you would be logged in automatically to the same account. And that is what you need. That is what you need. That is what will make your life easier, faster. Activities would be faster, and in that way, you will avoid many problems, many technical problems. How to do it? How to do it? Pressing that icon beside. On the right side, you have 3 dots. Slightly to the left, you have icon. You can see W, but as I said, it is because my browser is linked to actually fake lecturer account. Of course, as a lecturer of that university, I use my academic personal account, but I don't want to present you my sorry, but still private data and private settings. I set fake lecturer account, and that is just for presentation. You can see that account wykładowca lecturer in the same top. I have some other configurations, some other profiles, because you can define different profiles, not only one. You can set different profiles, and regarding your actual needs, you can switch between profiles, and it would work like you would switch between different Chromes with different settings, so that would provide you different environments. One could be private, one could be academic, one could be professional. Okay, that is very, very effective tool. So if you let's start with I want to show you how to define your account, your student's account. Of course, if you have any question at the moment, don't hesitate to interrupt me and ask the question immediately. At the bottom of that list, you have option Add. Let's select Add. And that window will pop up in your screen. Set up your new Chrome account profile to access your Chrome stuff across your device. It depends on whether you have already your Gmail account or not. You have. If you are here with us, you got already credentials and your private account with domain edu.lekat.pl. That is that account, as Mrs. Dean mentioned. keep that account in your mind all the time, because that account proves your personality in any ways of information interchange. That is very important. So it is enough if you sign in. And now you are asked for that account. Let me use another fake account. Actually, that account is just for students. So I have student.jeden test. Of course, you don't need to know that name. That is, as I mentioned, only for presentation. Jeden means one, something like student, one test account with extension, which is familiar for you. Okay. You, of course, need to enter here your private account. Enter the password. Sorry for writing it blind. I need to confirm that is me. Sorry, I need to use my phone to confirm, because confirmation has been sent to my short message. I need to enter that code I got. You probably set the way of confirming on your own once you got your account from university. It could be by other email, it could be by your phone. That question is very important. Turn on sync, question mark. Of course, yes, yes, yes. I'm in. I want to have synchronization for all my data. And what you can see, student one, okay, you can see error here. It's because of my other settings, extensions for Chrome. It's not important. You can see as student one, and you see different color even. It's something like pink, or don't ask me, stop asking me about colors. I'm not good in that game. And you can see even shortcuts to applications. Actually, I have defined that account before. So configuration for Chrome has automatically been grabbed from the cloud, and even if you see it in front of different computer, completely different computer, but once you enter and synchronize the Chrome on that computer with that account, you would get your own private environment, which is very useful, which is familiar for you, and which is very very handy. Okay, what you can do, you can enter settings. You can enter settings here as well. You can personalize names, photos. Okay, synchronization, manage your Google account, customize your profile. If you choose customization of your profile, you can, for instance, select the color of the Chrome, which is related with given account. That is, it seems to be stupid and not worthy of mentioning, but believe me, for me, it is very, very important, because I get used to be sure that blue is my private account, yellow is my, or green is my professional account, and red or something like that is different. So you always know where you are. Just for student account, I selected that dark purple game of colors. You can change your avatar. I have S, which is by default. S comes from student and blah blah blah. Of course, you can define your private, your individual avatar, or you can even upload your photo if you want to show your face to everybody. Okay, I wonder what else should I show you. I can show you another thing. By default, if you open new tab, you open it with that wallpaper where you have shortcuts of applications visible and accessible immediately. I find it very, very useful. On right down corner, you can see customize Chrome option, select it. And yeah, color and theme. Again, you can change the colors of your interface. It's done already. If you choose shortcuts, it is important. You can choose between my shortcuts or most visited sites. I recommend you to make the set of shortcuts fixed, not changing, because if you select most visited sites, you never know what you have on your desktop. If you select the first option, my shortcuts, the shortcuts won't change during the period, and they are all the time exactly as you defined them before. For instance, let's try with I remove that shortcut. So only Gmail, Classroom, Google Drive, Meet, Forms, Calendar are accessible. I will try to add, for instance, YouTube. YouTube is not going to be a basic tool for you, of course, but in case you would like, okay, you can choose YouTube. Okay, you have you. Can you see if I choose YouTube, automatically I'm logged in as a student. You can see S here as well. I don't need to log into YouTube individually because automatically I am logged in to the same account as I am logged into my Chrome. Okay, select the domain, Control-C, add shortcut. If you enter a domain address here and here at the same beginning, you can see the icon of YouTube, but the description of that icon is not clear. So now I recommend you to update it to YouTube. Okay, and now you can enter any application and you will be sure, you are sure that you will be automatically logged into it with the same account. Okay, so I think it is enough about Chrome. It took us quite a long time, but I find that issue as the basic and fundamental, and actually all the other things are much easier and much more obvious if you enter any other application just after proper preparing your Chrome environment. Another application, of course, which is the most important for you, I would say even more important than, okay, maybe not more important, it's equally important, but I would say it is primary application you need to be familiar with is, of course, Gmail. Let's start with Gmail. You can see I'm pressing that button, I'm selecting that button. and immediately I'm logged in, Gmail won't ask you for logging in, won't ask you for your password, because you are automatically logged in as student, the same icon. And okay, you can see security alert, new device signed to that account. That mail came. Okay, one of you asked, Dakota is going to ask a question. Please switch your microphone and camera on and ask the question. Dakota? Oh, sorry, Dakoa. Okay, maybe your hand has been raised accidentally, but in case you want to ask a question, don't hesitate to stop me on demand. Okay, so that message came a few minutes ago. That was because I'm attending today's meeting from a different computer, and that is quite obvious. Remember, that account must be primary for you for the following month, for the following periods, for the time you are students of our university. Remember of that. Very important, because for one hand, all information to you is going to be sent on that account. That is one direction. But very important is the second direction, the other direction, other way. As Mrs. Dean said, that account is somehow your passport, proving your personality, and unless we get the information, the message from you from that account, probably it's not going to be taken into account. But for us, it is also very important, because you will get some information, some messages, some mails, which are going to be automatically sent by, for instance, classroom application. So all those applications are linked together, and I would say that that account is somehow a type of hub which concentrates all those applications. We will see later on how it works. Let's go back to the front panel. Another application is just Meet. I don't need to present you a particularly Meet application, because if you are here with us, probably you are familiar already basically with Meet. Meet is application which is used for personal communication, for audio and for video communication. The question which is important is how Meet session, communication session could be established, could be set. There are generally 3 ways. You can set, you can define, you can prepare meeting. One which is the most formal is preparing appointed meeting via Google Calendar. Google Calendar is another application. I will mention about it at the same end, because the features of that and advantages of using Google Calendar are so overwhelming that probably you appreciate them on your own. But one of the features you can use from Google Calendar is that as you defined an event or activity in Google Calendar, if you plan it, you can set also that activity, and you can relate it with Google Meet session. And if you do like that, you can invite participants to that session. And if you are invited by, for instance, lecturer or teacher for that meeting, you will see that activity planned also in your calendar, your Google Calendar. So you will see exactly at what day, at what time the meeting is planned. And the only thing you need to do is, when that day comes and that exact time comes, simply press that field with definition of the event, and you will be automatically the guest in the Meet session. So that way of preparing this session is really powerful. It's organizationally the most proper, I would say. And that is the way you are automatically informed at what time, at what day the meeting is planned. But to be honest, you as students probably will be invited for meets in slightly different ways. And there are two another ways. As I said at the beginning, there are three of them key. Of course, you can probably find other ways as well, but that with Google Calendar is the most formal. But for students, for relation between lecturer and student, we don't need to refer to Google Calendar, because you have your timetable of classes, you have your classes scheduled, and you got already probably the schedule of your classes. So you don't need to watch Google Calendar at what day and what time any class starts, because you know it. The only thing you don't know yet is not at what day and what time, because you got it, but how to enter the class, how to enter the meeting, the Meet session in Google Meet. And you have, as I said, two ways. If you agree with your lecturer, for instance, it could be the simplest way. You can agree both sides the password, the name of the session. For instance, my name is Tomasz Zieliński. My friends call me Tomek, and I can say, guys, let's call our sessions simply Tomek 01, for instance, to differ from other Tomek sessions. And at given time, at what time, always try to enter the session. You could be asked for, I don't want to start another meet, but probably it wouldn't be a problem. Okay, if you open Meet, you can enter a code or nickname, for instance, and you can enter here Tomek01. And if I am already in that session, you can see me automatically. That is one way. But there is also the other way, entering the classes through Classroom, which is the other application, and other application which is the kernel of our all applications, and which is the fundamental, and which is the core of that presentation. Okay, so I think all the other issues with Google Meet, even if they are not clear, of course, having very, very limited time and not wanting to keep you for very, very long, I don't try even to discuss them too profoundly, because it's pointless. You can discover all the useful options probably on your own, and if you have fundamental questions, you can contact even with me. You can find contact to me on Dean's office page, among other vice deans. I promise you to answer all the questions. But you can easily do it on your own. Okay, so let's leave Google Meet. Remember that starting a new session, in most cases, you are asked for switching your microphones off. And as for today, you are also asked for switching your cameras off. But as Mrs. Dean mentioned, it's not quite common request. In most cases, you are just asked for having your cameras on. But of course, it depends on the lecturer. It depends on particular situation. Okay, so let's go to Classroom. Almost, as I said, it's a core application. Once you enter your classroom, it's empty. The classroom is application for, as I said, for organization of educational process. In that application, you can have your classes organized. It is the way your teacher, the lecturer, provides you some handouts, materials, films, links, etc., etc. Everything should be organized by topics, by titles, by sections. It depends on a specificity of the particular class. Of course, there is also the other way of communication using Classroom. You complete your home assignments, you can complete your tests, you can complete your projects and send back, upload it back for the teacher. Using Classroom, you could be also marked, and performance of your work could be done by Classroom as well. And again, I'm sure that in details you will see how it works. But this time I would like to show you what we start with, because at the moment you can see the screen of Classroom, your classroom. At the same time, let me share the screen into, I will try to do it. Right. Okay. And I will try to switch into, okay, that was, I have to try again, sorry. Let me do it again. Student, I want to place students on the right and lecturer on the left. Okay. So in the moment you can see actually two Chrome screens. On the right side is students, and on the left side is lecturer, my account. Let's enter Classroom in both screens. Students' classroom is empty. My classroom is not empty. I prefer, of course, these are again fake classes, basic finance, electronic money. Okay. That is position of the teacher. That is position of the student. The interface for student and for lecturer differs a little bit. Of course, the rights of teacher are stronger, and the rights of students are limited a little bit. So they differ simply. It's quite obvious. Let's enter. Once I enter my electronic money lecture, I can see 4 options in the top. Probably you can see 3 of them: stream, classwork, and marks without people. I can see people. People are students contributing that class. As you can see, as teacher, it's me. And the section students is still empty. So I'm going now to invite you as students. To be honest, I'm going to invite only one representative of you, which is that fake student, which is on the right side. Invite student. Okay, you can see hints of emails prepared in academic are university based, so it's easier for me. That is that account. I'm going to invite you. I can see the list of invited students. Could you see? Automatically, that invitation became visible in your screen as well. If you open that classroom account, you can see a new lecture, and you can see in the bottom information that you are invited for contribution into that lecture. Very nice invitation. Actually, you don't need to join that class here. You could do it as well, and that is very important. Probably, and because you probably are not going to enter every hour classroom and check whether the invitation is already established for you. It would be crazy. But be sure you won't miss that information if you have your Google account synchronized with your mobile, with your computer. Make it active. Definitely make it active. It's strong recommendation. Can you see you got a message? You got a message from Wykładowca Test. It's me, my account on the left-hand side. Dear student, Wykładowca lecture, blah, 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 invited you to the class Electronic Money, and you can join here. So you can join anywhere you want. You can join here or you can join here. Once I do it here, okay, I haven't done anything. It refreshed, the screen refreshed automatically. You can see once you accepted invitation in Gmail, automatically in the classroom, you became a member of that class. You became a member of that class, and now you can enter it. And now, what can I do? I can write hello to you, post. Let's wait a second. It takes a second and a few seconds. If I refresh, probably it's going to be there. Not yet. I believed it should be. I expect it should be here already. Okay, we will see later on. Maybe it's not that automatic. Stream was updated. Show. Okay. Oh, you got that message. Hello. So it's not that interactive as WhatsApp or Facebook communicator, but it works still. I can that way write communicates messages to all of you, to selected number of you. I can parameterize that communication. Classwork is a page where I can create my classes, organize handouts for you. I can assign you assignments, prepare tests, etc., etc. And you will see those classes, those classwork here. You can see people as well. I thought you won't see that option, but it is available for you. Okay, so I'm not going to discuss more thoroughly the classroom. Probably you will get it quite easily, and I don't want, as I mentioned, to keep you for longer than it is necessary. So only two issues at the same end. Okay. I'm going to move it back to my basic screen. That is my extended screen. As I mentioned, you get you should be familiar with two other applications. One of them is Calendar, and the other is Google Drive. Google Drive is, for me, is I have used Google Drive for 10 years from the same probably beginning. I find it very useful. Having commercial account at my university, that Google Drive is really of huge capacity. So it is very important for me. I work in synchronization mode. Okay. I'm aware of the problems of storing the data in a cloud, but it is a matter of compromising. Okay, once you enter your Google Drive, probably even if you haven't used it so far, you can use folder Classroom with all the classes you are enrolled to, you are invited, you are attending to. Well, I don't know exactly what should I say you about what exactly is going to be there, but you will see later on what is automatically stored in that Google Drive. Actually, your assignments, your homeworks are, and the things you updated, you sent back to your teacher, actually are transferred on the basis on that Google Drive. So it could be useful. Probably in most cases you don't need to browse the content of those folders, but it could be helpful for you. And the last application is Google Calendar. Google Calendar for me, probably for some of my friends, is a basic tool. I can't imagine organization of my daily routine without Google Calendar. I stopped almost. I stopped using my traditional time planner. Actually, for time planning, I use definitely Google Calendar. You can define, of course, you know that you can define your events or tasks here. And once you define it, you can make it active also in, as I mentioned, in Google Meet. But the thing I want to show you, if I am in classroom, classwork. Sorry, I want to be a teacher for a while. Okay, I create let's say assignment for you. New assignment, read it. Okay. Very short assignment. I can define, for instance, till when you have to do it. Okay, it could be related also with my request for sending me essay, presentation, task, or Excel sheet, and I want to set deadline for that assignment. I can do it. Okay, let's do it till Thursday. If I accept it like that, assign. Right. You can see Google Calendar in here. I can see Google Calendar in here. Okay, it's still my assign. Okay, it's my calendar. It is my calendar. You can see lecturer W, wykładowca. It is automatically visible in Google Calendar, but we will see what happened in your Google Chrome. Let's choose Google Calendar. That information is also available here. So it is very useful, regardless of numerous advantages you can use and appreciate once you start using Google Calendar. One of those advantages is that every assignment, every action undertaken by your lecturer in a classroom, which is related with specific date or even hour, because if I change, okay, I redefine that class, new assignment, edit. It's not enough to set for me the day, but I want to say that it should be done by 3 p.m. Okay, 3 p.m. Save. I made that information more precise. Can you see? 15. Automatically, it's not at the header of the column, which meant whole day, but it is visible exactly at 3 p.m. So it could be useful for you, because if you watch your week, your day in Google Calendar, you could see very, very important situation. Okay, to sum up, let me stop sharing your screen. Back with you to sum up and to end up that presentation. Please remember a few issues. Convert, if you haven't done it so far, to Google Chrome. That is first. The second, make customization of that Google Chrome by linking it and synchronizing all the data with your personal Google account. That is the second. Third, it is advisable to make layout of that Google Chrome on that account in specific way. Select given colors, wallpaper, whatever you want. Set your avatar or provide photo instead of avatar. All of that to make sure that always, when you are in that profile, you are in proper profile for contributing university activities. The next thing, monitor all the time Gmail with your student's account. That is the most important task, because otherwise you would miss probably very, very important pieces of information. Google Meet, it is quite obvious. Google Classroom, accept invitations to the classes. regardless, you can do it any way you want. You can do it accepting in email. You can do it entering directly the classroom. Don't forget about Google Calendar and Google Drive. And to end up, regardless of whether you have your classes in person or sometimes could be something online, all those applications probably are going to be used to support your education. And I hope that pandemic time is going to leave us, and we will be back to personal communication. We need it very much, but those tools are very effective and we are going to use them in the future. If you have any question for now, don't hesitate to ask me. I can see it, Nan's hand up. Could you switch your...
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can see you in the beach.
Yeah.
Of course, it's a fake wallpaper. Yeah.
Yeah, my question is that are we supposed to have this Unicode external email address so far now? Because I don't have.
Probably. I'm not ready for answering exactly that question. Please ask that question in Dean's office, but probably most of you got already. You should get that information, because some of you are entering at the moment that even you joined that session. So
Yeah, because the problem is when I try to log into virtual university system, it wants me to put my password number and then my email address. I have password number from the IRK system, so I put both of them, but it says this account cannot be found, so I couldn't achieve this virtual university system, and then I couldn't achieve this mail address so far.
Please call for answering that question to Dean's office. They will provide you the appropriate information. Please.
Okay, thank you so much.
So I can try to answer the question about the emails. Just wait. In next days, you will be sent all information about it, because you are moved from one system to another right now. So it takes 1 or 2 days. And for sure, you will get a notification about being in because you are still in admission and now you are like moved into the Dean's office system.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you, Justina, for answering the question. Any other questions? Okay, if you are tired enough to not to ask any more questions, please remember my name is Tomasz Zieliński, the same as my email address. If you have any technical question and you need support, don't hesitate to write me. And thank you for now. Thank you very much.
So I would like to thank you all for participation and for presentation. I hope you have all the first information which are needed to start the preparation for your studies. Thank you for being with us and see you soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thanks. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Goodbye.